Yes, my lady. Roll them birthing hips.
Hello and welcome back to Common Creatures, the TTRPG podcast. I am your GM once again, Rob, and with me today I got the other Common Creatures. I got Joe.
Hey, y'all.
I got Ethan. I got Alex. I got Zach.
Hello.
And last but not least, we got producer Maddie. Guys, this is
Hi, besties.
Sorry. This is this is our book one wrap up. Wow. Guys, we made it through. It only took 21 episodes.
Hey.
We had a hell of a last fight. How are we feeling after that?
Hurt. I'm beat up. My pride is like non-existent.
I think it went well.
I feel mortal.
Shut up.
I feel mortal.
This is the. I feel like this is the first time that like y'all have actually like had like a huge actual fight. Because I feel like every other time you're very much like, oh, let's do this, blah blah blah. But like these guys hit hard.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The last time I got down was like at the very beginning by the stupid caterpillars.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
the centipedes, but also you went down at the
boat?
No, the medicine, the Dr. Dami when we saved him.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Those are other more centipedes and stuff there too.
We were saved by the salamander there.
Just like so you guys know from like behind the screen, 'cause I don't think we're gonna use these creatures again. They're called Kukupti's Blessing. They had a plus 11 to hit.
God
So
damn.
like if I just rolled like a 5 or above, I'm hitting y'all. Like so I was
no
like.
freaking wonder.
Yeah, it's insane. So guys, like I said, this is kind of our wrap up to kind of talk about book one overall. And I guess like just a general question. How do we feel about book one? Did you think like there wasn't enough story? Do you think like there's something you wanted a little bit more? Or because I feel like we kind of like bobbed and weaved when it came with like, hey, we're learning things a bit more, and you know, it was a more hand holding in the beginning because I wanted to make sure you guys are comfortable, and then we kind of just let loose and with like all the lore. So overall, what are y'all thinking?
So far, I like the story. I feel like those combination episodes where like, or recording sessions where we do like story mainly, like role playing one episode and then combat the next, are like a really good duality to have. I'm excited to see where the story continues, especially because there was the first whisper of the campaign, so I'm excited to see how that rolls out.
I forgot about that.
Oh, how's that? you of all people can't.
He's going to betray us. I know he is.
I think Ethan just wants him to.
I just risked my life.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to kill Sarathan while he's hurt.
Damn.
Okay.
Sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna ask you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like kind of mirroring what Joe said. I do really like the story. I like that so far we've kind of had like exactly what I would have said, like a good balance of like not just story stuff, but like character moments with everyone. So that's been really fun. And then I think that also plays to everyone's strengths, because like some people definitely fit their character more towards like excelling in combat. And then, you know, and then, you know, like for me, I enjoy more of like the not bullshit, but more like the world,
The role playing
the
stuff.
world building stuff. So it's cool. But yeah, I do like how we've gotten both. To sound a little Cole Sprouse, the story's just very human. But it's been great. I really, and there's something just subtle about that. But yeah, no, I've been digging it.
I'm excited because I feel like there's still a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up.
You've been rolling very well when it comes to like the lore shit.
Yeah.
And I've been really appreciating that, where you're just like, I'll be there too and I'll roll. And I'm like, oh, thank God. It's like high arcana or high occultism or whatever.
Yep.
What were we going to say, that?
Combat rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Combat rolls could be better. When, there's improvements to be made. We come back, we do better next round.
We always roll crazy for like the dumb shit.
Yeah, no, for
Like
sure.
it's like,
For sure.
we got a fucking 27 to pick this lock, and then immediately it's like, we got a 7 initiative. Like,
Yeah, I rolled a 26 to rally the villagers to come to combat with us, and then we didn't use them for combat at all. And then we were like, oh wait, guys, hold on, guys. By the way,
Pause.
yeah,
Time
we're
out.
actually we don't want you guys to die. Let's run it back. You guys are gonna go back to town. And so it was like, yeah, that, and then I'm fucking missing rolls in combat when it counts. So, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot of loose ends that we can still tie up as far as.
That was horrifying.
But,
I'm so sorry.
speaking of that, the whole like, let's not take people into combat. I was surprised because I think I said that. I was like, maybe we shouldn't take them into combat or
Yeah.
whatever. I was surprised Joe didn't say that because I feel like Joe's the one that's really good at like, that sounds fucking stupid.
She was probably thinking
but that's
that.
why-
I mean, in that regard, I kind of had the same sentiment as Zach. Like, we already thought these people were dead, so.
I guess. But
They're still people.
what about you, Zach?
Yeah, I love the story. Yeah, I mean, we're just at the beginning of it, so we
Yeah.
have so much more to explore.
I'm very excited for book 2. The more I've read book 2 and beyond, I'm like, oh shit, no, this story goes like crazy. Like this book 1 is like, yeah, it is like all the, hey, here's the world, whatever, blah 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 blah, here's the world you're living in, and then like these last couple episodes is like, oh, here's the real lore of kind of what's going on. And yeah, and then it just really goes crazy in book 2. So I'm very excited to get
I
there.
feel like we've gotten that a little bit already.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the story, I was like, oh, this is Harry Potter 1 and 2. And then all of a sudden we're in Azkaban. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
Like, oh, the first couple episodes is like, oh, let's just save like downtown Willowshore, and then like now it's like, oh, what the fuck is this thing that's like possessing things, or like with Burgle, it's like, hey, what's that thing? What happened with Burgle? Like, why did that happen?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get more into that overall as well. I kind of want for everyone to start like asking everyone questions and stuff like that, but I'll go and throw one immediately at Ethan. This world is not great to Tominari. How are you doing over there, big dog?
Tominari is fighting through it. It's been it's been a roller coaster of emotions. In some ways, he has gained this new family, but has also lost the family that he originally had, and so it's kind of a roller coaster of avenging his dead brother while also feeling at home now with his new friends and people that he considers family. So it's been a cool journey to kind of see that progress through in that character that it's not where I thought this would go at all.
Is there any other questions for anyone else?
Zach, what did he tell you? What did he whisper?
Wait,
No.
you'll find out.
I feel like
No.
you're so like mistrusting of everything, but at the same time trusting of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like mistrusting the wrong things and trusting the wrong things.
Well,
if that makes sense.
I decided when Tominari at the beginning where I was like, oh, he's just gonna be like a little like maniac, and then realizing that I couldn't commit to that like very quickly throughout. Like I think by like
I feel
episode
like you were committing to it really well. I don't know.
well, episode 1 and 2, I felt like it was like very clearly a different character. That's now what Tominari is, and so
It's true.
where I was like, okay, I can't commit to like whispering and always talking to myself and like all that. That's gonna be a lot, and so I think I've decided to make it more of like, we're just gonna do crazy shit all the time and just like see what happens. And so like the me beating the fucking Jenkins to death on the bridge, that was something that I was just like, oh, that's unhinged. I think that I could probably do that. Or anything that's kind of like crazy. It goes back and forth between being like, hey, let's be sane about this, and I want to go fucking crazy. So I think that it's just easier for me to do that kind of chaotic energy as opposed to doing like whispering to myself all the time. So
I would like to ask the other people, does anybody else think their characters have made it? Because I feel the same as him. Like, I feel like my character started off as one thing, then I kind of expanded into a different thing. But like Zach and Gigi, Joe, do you feel like y'all's character has changed a lot from like what you started at to now?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like initially I wanted to play Gigi as like this really angry person. And I don't think I've been playing that at all. But I think it's
More
just like,
sassy.
I think it's just more of a, I guess, of a balance, because I know I am 2v2 here with reasonability.
Oh, reasonability. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Most reasonable
And Zach's quiet, so sometimes I'm like, Zach, help me out here, and Zach's just like,
That's true. Me and
Zach's like
Ethan
the
are the
Seahawks
ones
are
making
up.
the dumb
yes,
shit
and you guys
decisions.
are loud, and so like me combating that, I've had to adjust Gigi to kind of be like, okay, you can't be angry, you have to be
Yeah.
like somewhat likable.
Level-headed. And,
I feel like you went from like Raven from the Teen Titans.
Yes.
Like that's what I felt like you were starting. And I feel like now you've kind of gone like Robin.
yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit, where like you're still
Ooh.
very stern.
I love
but,
that visual.
Yeah.
But genuinely, and also like I feel like you've become like for all the jokes Shitilion makes, you've become, at least to me, like the de facto leader. Like you're pretty much like the one who's kind of more pushing things forward as far as making sure everyone's on the same page. And that's also why I look to you when I'm like kind of making a decision. I'm like, is Joe gonna say like that's stupid as fuck?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like Zach is definitely the cyborg. You're the Beast Boy.
How dare you?
So are you the Starfire?
I think so.
I hope.
I'm a Aqua Lad. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your character's changed a lot, Zach, or you feel like you're kind of?
I think it's hard because coming from or trying to play it as like a paladin, like by default, it's supposed to be a very religiously themed character, and especially it's like, oh, I'm devoted to this god and supposed to like do all these things. It's very hard to like keep
You're
that,
notoriously devoted.
yeah, to like keep that on and like actively think about that all the time.
I feel like you bring it up in good moments, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be more. But then also, I think as having tried to like min-max, at least for combat purposes a little bit, like my character, at least the way it's built, he is not a very like quick thinking, intelligent being. So like I have been trying a little more to like separate how like I would logically think about it. I mean, like let the other people kind of like decide the things, and then it's like I'll just like
Do the actions.
try to be like a brute force,
Yeah.
and then just like we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know, like, I asked a couple of questions from like our audience and stuff, and I know one of the big ones was kind of like the differences between the book and the and kind of what we're doing overall, because we have a lot of people that are running Season of Ghosts. This is a very popular adventure path for Pathfinder 2e. And yeah, so they were really interested, and I would love to tell y'all guys a little bit from behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cut a ton of content from this. There's a lot of stuff that like, the best example from this episode, well, I guess these past couple episodes, is there was a ton of side quests, obviously, because I mean it's like, you know, do whatever you want to do kind of thing. But since we are making kind of a show overall, I was like, I need to figure out how to pick and choose who's important, what's important, and why, and then try and figure out, okay, well, how do I make these characters kind of important? So specifically from this past episode, Midori and Murasaki are actually from a side quest in the very beginning when you're supposed to be like finding out what happened to Willow Shore before you go downtown. And at that same one, you're supposed to meet Sumika, the hunter that ran in. But that side quest really doesn't go anywhere. It's like, hey, just figure this out, and then for you to go on another side quest to go find Ugly Cute. So it's like a side quest to a side quest sort of thing. And same thing with Ugly Cute. It's another side quest that takes you so far away from the main story and from the main kind of like just like Willow Shore overall. And I was like, this doesn't make sense for people to just go all the way over there. So I was like, okay, let me introduce them way later, because they are not necessarily important characters, but definitely in like, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to have other Jenkins to talk to that's not just a Burgle. So that include them that also has a past with Burgle as a character that, you know, we created together. Same thing with, go ahead.
Oh, well, no, I was going to ask you, when you make those cuts, like how much of it is like, oh, this is for story for the show? And how, like, do you ever make cuts with not only that, but do you ever kind of think of like, oh, I know the group I'm playing with, this is going to get so off the rails, or this is going to, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you also take that into account at all?
Definitely not off the rails.
Just like, this is going to be so boring.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely like, hey, I know what my friends like to do. And if they're going to be sent on a quest that's like walking through the woods to figure out like one thing, and there's no action here. It's literally just a walk here. Oh, hey, look, there's Ugly Cute. They're hurt. And then like an escort mission back that like nothing really happens unless I roll on a rollable table, you know, like.
And then we're gonna spend a whole episode just walking.
Yeah. So it's like there's not a lot of.
So how's the weather?
Doesn't force any character moments or anything like that. So anything that I can do that brings each one of your ideals kind of against each other or whatever. So that's like why I really introduced. They do have the kind of the story of like, you know, South Bank and Northridge in the story. Like, it's kind of a thing, but I was like, oh, let's make it a little bit more fun. Like the election stuff wasn't in there. Like there was no like election system or election day or anything like that.
Ooh.
It was definitely just like hey, y'all guys get to pick whoever you want. And I was like, that's not necessarily kind of fun. I think it would be fun for y'all guys to get
Honestly,
a little more invested.
the election stuff was some of my favorite shit we
Yeah.
did.
I'm glad to hear that.
I guess going back to that too, like, I know you have to read all these books, right? And is there a time, I guess, where that comes in like you make a bunch of cuts, but does that come in clutch sometimes when like we throw you off and you have to like improv something? Do you just like pick from some of
that's
the
a
stuff
great
that you have to
question.
cut?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I wasn't gonna include like Sumika at all, but I was like, how the hell am I gonna introduce Ugly Cute? You know, I'll be like, and I was like, okay, well, Sumika is like really cool because it's like someone you haven't met, and then two, it's like a really intense moment that I wasn't even personally. That other thing that I told Ethan about I told Tomonari about the story about the
mayor.
Yeah, about like the two thieves and stuff like that. That's actually another side quest that y'all guys could have gone on. But once again, it doesn't really go too much anywhere. Like it's an important thing to build up the mystery of the world and like why the governor would make the decisions that he makes that you'll figure out later on and stuff. I was like, I wasn't gonna include that at all. But like once like Tomonari was like really pushing it, and I was like, oh, I read all this information. I can just tell you. And then immediately, Tomonari is like, you didn't tell us this. This caused the death of my brother. And I'm like, perfect story moment right there. And it's great to kind of push off of that with that. So yeah, there's tons of information that I was like, let me just twist it a bit or like just remove it overall. If I had to go back, I think I would just completely remove the Mushroom House episode. Because like that's when I was still kind of like
Mushroom House.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. We went to the Mushroom House
With
and
the
we
kids?
to find Granny Who's grandchildren.
The ones that I wanted to kill and nobody would
Yeah.
let me?
Yes.
Okay, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I think you're doing great as far as like what you're cutting, based on what you're saying, because you're using like the word side quest a lot, or like this is like a sub thing or whatever, and nothing we've done so far to me has felt very side questy. You know, like I've never, at least again, I don't know if y'all who have done this more than me feel any different, but nothing that we've done I've been like, oh, this is clearly the aside to the main story. Everything has felt very like we're going down this path. This is all main story stuff. If this was a Bethesda game, we're mainline campaign,
golden pathing that
exactly.
shit. Yeah,
And I felt like you've been doing that really well, especially because like you're saying all this like, oh well, this was supposed to be a side quest here and there. I'm like, if there was fucking side quests, I would never fucking know, because it's just been streamlined very well. So
Thank you. I do think that a lot of this still does have to give like grace to you all as well, because like there are episodes, like ask Maddie, because I send her like some of my stuff over here where I'm like, I have this entire thing planned, but y'all are like, I'm really interested about this lore thing, like that episode after the ambush where y'all guys were like, I want to figure out more about this. I was like, gotta make this up as I go along, let's do it. But like I have lore stuff in the back of my head, so you're like, I want to learn more about like wizards and stuff like that. I'm like, cool. Don't have a lot of stuff about wizards, but I have more origin stuff about, you know, the governor and that brings up. So it's like, tell you all more about ritual stuff, or you want to go investigate other places. Cool, you get to meet new people that are all over the place. When I thought like, hey, y'all guys are gonna get attacked and immediately want to go fight somewhere else. So that was very, very cool to have a whole episode that's just like lore drop after a really big thing. I do think I would also go back, and I was telling Joe about that ambush episode. I thought like, oh, it would be great for y'all guys to, because in the book it's written, hey, y'all guys go somewhere else to go do something. You come back, the place has been attacked, and then immediately spring to action to go to the lumber camp. I was like, oh no, I think it would be better if you all are there and you feel that defeat, where it's like, hey, kind of like Zach said earlier, I feel mortal. Where it's like, okay, you don't feel like these heroes, like you don't feel like, oh, if I was there, this would have happened. It's like, no matter what, like this world is kind of unforgiving in some sort of aspects. So, but I do think I would have probably gone back and maybe changed that, because I think like that's another episode that I think not necessarily drags, but I think I could have done better, more planning on my part.
Where all the people get abducted.
Yeah. Or I was like, I could tell it was more defeating, like made y'all guys feel more defeated than I think I wanted you all to feel. I wanted like for it to be like, to feel like I'm defeated, but I'm gonna go like figure out what's gonna, like what happened. And I feel like afterwards it was like, oh, I feel defeated. Fuck, like what's the point?
I feel like that was more based on the shit rolls than than anything else, because sometimes that's just something you can't control at all.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're rolling for the other like friendly NPCs, like complete garbage, and it's like, oh well,
yeah,
they're gone. They're gone. It's like, oh well.
Maddie, I want to get you into this conversation. As someone that I've kind of like thrown like plans and stuff with you at, what has been kind of your favorite thing to watch from like the character point of view, or like as an assistant GM sort of view?
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier, and I was kind of thinking about this just throughout the past few sessions, even though it was like a month ago. But with y'all's character development, I would like to word it in the sense of like thinking of like a TV show in its pilot episode, and like how, like Joe, you were saying how you started off with Gigi like angry, and how Ethan was like a manic like little weirdo, but y'all didn't.
But what's his character?
That's funny. That was a good one. But y'all didn't like continue with that, and I don't think that like shows y'all as like not being able to commit, because I keep hearing y'all say, oh, I wasn't committing. But I guess I see it, and maybe this is my like film theater-esque part of me, but I see it as like that's just the growth, because like Ethan kind of mentioned how you like, you know, found family with the party. And so thinking of it on a deep level with your characters, I think y'all just like changed naturally. So it's not that y'all didn't commit to what you first intended to. It's that I think the experiences and the people around you like made your character grow and change. Mm-hmm. So from an outside perspective, that's what I saw story-wise. And also just like y'all as players, I've seen y'all grow a lot, which is super cool. Like y'all are just naturally just throwing out words and like throwing out conjunctions. Okay, you're so right. Let me explain. So like, well, like Zach earlier was talking about how, you know, he's a paladin and all that. And I remember in the beginning, when we first started, he was, you know, doing research on what that is. So for him to just naturally just like, it's just now part of his vocabulary, and, you know, same with all of you. And I'm starting to pick it up. Even though I'm not playing, watching you guys, I'm starting to pick it up. And then same thing, Zach, I kind of wanted to say earlier, you had mentioned like, oh, you don't bring up, you know, religion as much with your character. But I also think that reflects really well on your character because of the world that y'all are in. And that's like a cool struggle to see your character go through, that you're not bringing it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's all these like occult sort of like things happening versus like the religious sort of aspect. So it's like, yeah, I see what you mean. Where it's like this like weird it's like these two things that shouldn't mesh together, but like they're kind of compounding in kind of a really interesting way.
Yeah. And then like with Alex's character, how you said you started really leaning on Gigi. I think that's also a funny thing to see, because in the very beginning you were like this, like, no, it's me, I'm the leader of the Champion 4, whatever. But now you're starting to kind of let your wall down and teamwork and lean on other people.
It's true, but I
And
do
so-
still believe I'm the leader. Just so we're clear.
Don't worry, I note that a lot. But I think it's super cool to see that on an outside perspective, because I don't think y'all realize like the stories and the people that y'all are actually building. And so it's like super cool to watch and play out. And like, especially with Rob, dude, your voices impress me like every time.
But thank you, appreciate that.
No, be quiet. They are. And
Give it your all.
whenever we start to video, I think it's gonna be so fun when people get to like see y'all do the voices, because you do, Rob, you get into character so well,
You do.
I try.
and
Yeah,
it's like
you like getting your shoulders and shit, and you're like doing this
Yeah,
thing.
bro, your eyebrows. You know.
Maybe eyebrow, bro.
you're locked in,
Yeah.
into, especially with the Raven.
Oh.
Your head moving. I was like,
I do have criticisms over the Raven sound.
I can't go in the high octave right now. My voice is still messed up.
You
Sorry.
sound like a cat.
I know.
but I think y'all are doing a great job, and so I'm really excited to see how much more y'all grow within your characters in the next book.
That's really exciting. Kind of springboarding off what you said. I didn't think about it until like what you just said. But yeah, a lot of our character stuff, even though sometimes it's us being like, oh, it's changed a lot. You're absolutely right. It's us changing, not just because what we want to do for the characters, but for what makes sense for the world and for the people around us. But that's a really great like insight on it, because I didn't even think about that. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, because I think
Just
it's,
from like if you think from the perspective of just all of us trying to play the game together in like a way that makes sense and like flows well. Like if you have all these individual characters where you're like, I want to do these very specific things and like act this way, if that kind of just like goes heavily against the grain and drags it in one direction against everyone else, you're like, well, that's not really fun.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, we kind of went from like, this is what I want to do as an individual to, well, how can I morph this to what's going to work best for the group?
yeah. I think it starts off initially as like caricatures, you know,
Yeah.
instead of like real people in the world. At least for my experience, I feel like that was much more of a caricature of what I would think that an oracle would be like, and instead of being a real person that's existing in the world and is kind of now, you know, a normal person, just, you know, also deals with all of this, you know, extra worldly stuff. So
But genuinely, bouncing off that, I think what Robert does story-wise gives your character reason to do all that.
yeah.
Because when your brother died and stuff, that's when you started being more unhinged and less like listening to like the voices and stuff.
Right.
Like, because the first few episodes, it was very much, we're always like, can you hear the voices, Tominari? And then like your brother died, and now it's in a direction of like, oh, he's doing that makes sense.
Yeah.
The world hates him. Yeah, of course.
And even when it's like, oh, Ethan was like, was my brother affected? I'm like, yeah. And because like some of that stuff, I'm like, oh, this should just be funny for me. But sometimes I'm just like, oh no, like that makes sense. That like, hey, like all these urns that are in the very front are the newer ones. So it's like, unfortunately, yeah, I think that like that would happen. Like one of your urns is going to be like destroyed. Yep.
Oh, I was going to ask, was the cerulean tea house thing in the book, or that's just something you did?
About like giving it to you, or
Yeah, like one of the players getting it or something like that.
That's me. Yeah, that was me. I remember. I think we were supposed to film 2 that day, and we filmed 1 because I was like, fuck. Because I had already planned to be like, I'm gonna give it to Shtidion. That was like just my thing, and I was like, oh, like it'd be great to keep it in everything. And like at that point, everyone kind of had like a main story, but like you were off in like, you know, the the woods. I was like, what's a cool way to bring it here in a way that like you were kind of telling me off air. Like I want to kind of do more with like this. I want to have more of like a, not necessarily leadership, but like I want to kind of get away from like the drinking of the character and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, like that would be a really cool thing if like, oh hey, like suddenly
there's purpose.
Yeah, like this like responsibility is thrown onto your lap. Like, what do you do with that? So when you're like, I burn it down, and I was like, I got to think about this for a week. And then
Burn it down so I can rebuild it.
yeah, so like and then like you had that amazing character moment with the final roll of election week where you were like, oh, and you did the great speech and
Where you
stuff
just
like that.
nicely gave me the pass.
Yeah.
I didn't roll it at all.
Because at that point it's like, why roll when like that's such a really great moment? And that's what I think I'm trying to do better as a GM overall, is trying to give one, less rolls when it's like really cool character stuff, and then two, give y'all more agency to tell me what you all think is happening.
Yeah.
Because it's like, of course I can out here and like mansplain the fucking campaign to you all as much as I want to, but overall this is an interactive game. We're building this world together, even though it's kind of like pre-written and stuff. So being able to be like, oh, Ethan, what do you think you see when you're dying, or like, how do you kill this thing, or like, hey, this is what you see, but how do you feel? So that's another thing I'm trying to do better as a GM, is to kind of get along.
I think you're doing it.
Thanks,
I mean, you even said it at the beginning. Like at the beginning, the first couple episodes, you'd be like, "Oh, you got a 20. This thing has 5 health. Okay, so this is what you do. You jump like you kind of went about it, and then I think you kind of caught yourself at one point and was like, "What do you think?
Yeah.
Like what a And then I think that's not only helped people like with their characters just there, but it also helps them express how their characters would do things in combat, which I think is just as important.
Yeah.
Kind of to change the subject, kind of, but I'm excited to see like who has an effect on Sarathan, because like we all have like a weakness, like a person who's like our weakness, right? And Sarathan doesn't really have that.
Yeah,
So
I think there's character. There's that space. I know what you're saying. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see like what kind of pulls Sarathan at like Sarathan's heartstrings. Like that's what
true.
I'm excited about.
Because
Like
you're right. Every time something's turned against us, it's always like these three.
yeah, it's always us. And so Sarathan's the one that like kind of has, not only is he like a tank physically, but also like mentally he's like,
It's just going to be
Like-
images
Emotionally,
of
yeah.
the anvil in his shop cracking.
But yeah, I think that's another cool thing, that like how getting to know each one of your characters, like being able to dig a little bit more in, where like we started with Joe, like in the very beginning, like Gigi starts the show. It's like, yes, we have like this whole thing, but like we start seeing Willowshore through Gigi's eyes as a vampire, and then we move on to Tominari, and then we moved on to Shithinion a bit, kind of like, and that's kind of as each of one of y'all have been like, oh, this is, I think of this, I think this, I think this, for me to kind of like grab the knife and just shove it in there. And so,
What the fuck was that?
but I'm very excited to get to dive into the Sarathan part, because he has our first whisper of the campaign. So to kind of go through that and see, what did he fucking tell you? Like, what does he like?
leave him alone.
It's gonna
With
eat
the information
Ethan
that
alive.
has been
Yes.
given
He'll
to
tell us
Sarathan,
when he's ready.
whether it's a lot or not, it's a lot for Sarathan and Zach as like a character and a person to kind of ruminate on that. Like, what was told to me mean? And I think it will have a big effect on Sarathan, but also a big effect on when it comes to the rest of the storytelling.
I'm excited for those character opportunities, because like you said, with like I feel like I'm always just too super excited, or too excited when I like jump out at like opportunities, like you said, when the governor was revealed to do and we confronted Granny Who and
Old Batsuki.
yeah, I was gonna call him Mr. Han from the Karate Kid.
Wow, that's pretty racist.
Anyways, I always feel like I'm super excited to jump out of those, but I'm excited to see those from everyone else too, because I feel like there's a lot of those opportunities that like I feel like Gigi's lore is just so deep, and we just like have scratched the surface of it. You know what I mean? And so
You could just start making stuff up. She
Yeah.
has hundreds of theoretical years.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
all these very
and so-
intricate stories that could just.
She's like, I was a samurai.
intricate stories,
I
intricate, like
served
probably
with Granny Who.
probably
I am
relationships.
Granny Who.
Oh, I'm both. Yeah, I'm both at the same time. But just like so many, I'm excited to see those moments because I feel like they'll be so like powerful in terms of the storytelling and moving forward.
Yeah, just to sort of like wrap up here, right? Really great news. You're all now level 4. So feel free to start looking over stuff, as well as we are heading into a brand new season. And yet again, there's going to be yet another time skip to get into kind of the meat of book 2 almost immediately. So begin to start thinking about what you think your character was going through as we are entering winter. We're entering fall. So book 2, Let the Leaves Fall, begins very soon.
I guess kind of to like prep us, how long is this time skip, or can you not tell us?
I cannot confirm yet, deny yet, because I have not planned that far. To be quite honest.
When you know, can you tell us so we
yes.
know how much progression we can
Yes.
potentially?
And I'll give you guys some information to kind of make important decisions. Any final thoughts? What are we looking forward to the most going into book 2?
That we're all alive and we started with these characters and we're going to the next season with the same characters.
And what I was gonna say, I'm gonna start making another character because I'm afraid I'm gonna die.
I'm just gonna go the route Robert said, where it's just gonna be this guy named Pisidion. He's gonna walk up and be like, "I've done everything the exact same."
Yeah, I'm excited to see how your character Shithidion specifically progresses for combat reasons, because I feel like it is so unoptimized.
That's true. I
Go
do
ahead.
feel like we can.
The optimization can be.
Yeah.
a little bit better.
guys.
Yeah, Alex, you suck, and I hope you get better.
When it's your turn, you're like, I got this cantrip, and I'm doing this, and I got a potion, and has it been 10 minutes? And then, and my ass is like, Badunk, I didn't get it. Fuck.
I also just stab. So
It doesn't like make sense to me when you do your damage rolls and you have no
Modifiers,
modifier
yeah.
to your damage.
Okay, so here's what we'll do.
Zach is trying to min-max Alex's character right now.
This is what we'll do. Robert will fix it.
We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in post.
It just doesn't make sense. It's like a ranger.
You just don't
It
make
just
sense.
has like no proficiency bonus with the bow that he only uses.
And don't worry, guys, I will be getting my paladin subclass back. I'm gonna figure out how to put that back on.
He goes, I will get aura back.
Yeah, I'll aura farm next season.
This has been our book 1 wrap up. Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you very much for being with us.
I know what you told Zach.
Do you?
Yeah.
What I tell him.
Zooey mama.
Oh my god.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.